In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can leverage ChatGPT for office productivity. So basically, you can use ChatGPT to help you write emails. So here, I'm asking ChatGPT to write an email to my coworker, Hannah, congratulating her for having her baby, Sarah. Thank her for being such an awesome coworker, and she would be an amazing mother in the future. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Here we go. Subject: congratulations on the arrival of baby Sarah. Dear Hannah, I was thrilled to hear the news of your baby girl's arrival. Please accept my heartfelt congratulations on becoming a mother. I can only imagine the joy and excitement you must be feeling right now. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for being such an amazing coworker. Your hard work, dedication, and positive attitude have always been an inspiration to me and others around. And again, now that you have become a mother, I know that you will excel in this new role as well. You're a kind, caring, and loving person, and I'm confident that you'll be an amazing mother to baby Sarah. Again, pretty incredible how smart ChatGPT is. And what I would like to do right now is I would like to go ahead and actually restart the entire ChatGPT. And then I'm going to say, please go ahead, select a new chat. And let's maybe try GPT-4 and see if it may be going to come with a better email as an example. But let's go ahead and give it a try. So as I mentioned before, GPT-4 tend to generally have a better reasoning compared to ChatGPT or GPT 3.5 model. So what you notice here, basically it starts to add some emojis, for example, here on the title. So congratulations on baby Sarah's arrival. And here as well, some emojis too. So I hope this email finds you well and in high spirits as you embark on this incredible journey of motherhood. I like this one a little bit more. I'm absolutely thrilled to hear the news about the arrival of your beautiful baby girl, Sarah. Congratulations to you and your family on this joyous occasion. Over the years that we have worked together, you have been a truly exceptional coworker. Your unwavering dedication, kindness, and positivity have made a tremendous impact on our team. I have no doubt that these qualities will make you an amazing mother to little Sarah. And again, as you take the time, this is pretty much the same as before. Once again, congratulations on the arrival of baby Sarah. Thank you for being such an awesome coworker. Again, pretty cool. I would say the addition here of the emojis and maybe the introduction as well here was a little bit better compared to ChatGPT. Okay, let's assume that you received a given email and you would like to come up with an answer to that email. So let's go ahead and test it out. Let's actually test maybe GPT-4 as well. Here I'm going to say, write an email replying to this. And this is basically an email that, let's say, assume that you received. Hi, Alex, I'm writing to invite you to an interview for a Python programming position at, let's say, Simplicity Inc. We were impressed by your application and believe you could be a great fit for the role. And the invitation for the interview, will take place on July 7th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. This is basically an email that we received, and you would like to write an email replying to this and mention that you are available for the interview, show excitement about the opportunity. So here I'm assuming that basically Alex applied already for a position at Simplicity Inc. And right now, let's go ahead and see the actual reply from GPT-4. Here we go. And it's going to tell you, well, dear Alex, thank you for inviting me to the interview to the Python programmer position at Simplicity Inc. I'm excited about this opportunity and appreciate your consideration of my application. I'm confident that my skills and experience in Python programming and software development would enable me to contribute effectively to your team. I'm happy to confirm that July 7th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Eastern Time works perfectly for me. I look forward to joining the Zoom meeting and discussing my qualifications and experience in more detail. If there are any additional materials and information you'd like me to provide or prepare prior to the interview, please don't hesitate to let me know. Once again, thank you for this opportunity, and I'm eager to speak with you and the team at Simplicity Inc. during the interview. Pretty powerful. Okay. Let's assume, for example, that you had the list of tasks that you would like to complete, and you would like ChatGPT to create a schedule for you. So let me show you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and say, I have a list of tasks I would like to complete in one day. I would like you to create a schedule for me to complete these tasks. Please arrange them according to their priority and urgency. And these are a list of tasks. First, I would like maybe to write a research paper with a deadline coming in 3 days, schedule interviews with potential new hires, send an email to my boss with updates, and prepare a presentation with a deadline coming up in 5 days. Let's go ahead and see. Here's the suggested schedule for the day, and taking into consideration the priority and urgency of each task. So what you notice here is morning routine, so the added basic coffee and breakfast, and then from 8:30 to 9 a.m., review your tasks of the day and gather necessary information, write the research paper, and it's actually explaining to you here, and that's kind of the power of GPT-4. It's telling you since the deadline is in 3 days, focus on drafting the main sections and refining your arguments. And then lunch break, and then schedule interviews with potential new hires, allocate enough time to review candidate profiles, and then send an email to your boss with updates, summarize your progress on various projects and provide the necessary information, prepare a presentation from 3:30 to 5:30, and then review your progress for the day, make any necessary adjustment to the schedule for the next day, and wrap up any loose ends. Again, super powerful, and it's actually really helpful as well. As long as you have a list of tasks that you'd like to complete, you can ask ChatGPT to kind of organize or prepare your day, similar to your trusted assistant. All right, let's assume that you would like to leverage ChatGPT to write a gift card to your boss who has just retired, for example. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say, write a gift card to my boss who has just retired. His name is Mike. Thank Mike for his mentorship, dedication, and hard work. Here we go. Dear Mike, it is with great joy and gratitude that I extend my congratulations to you on your retirement. As you move on to the next chapter of your life, I want to take the opportunity to express my deepest appreciation for your unwavering mentorship, dedication, and hard work. And telling you as well, here is a token of appreciation. Please accept this gift card as a gesture of the gratitude. Again, pretty powerful. Wish you all the best in your retirement, and we look forward to seeing all the wonderful things that lie ahead of you. Okay, let's assume that maybe I decided to turn this into a poem. So this is kind of the power here of ChatGPT. You're going to say, well, turn that into a poem. You're going to go, well, farewell to Mike, our boss so dear, whose retirement now draws near. We pause to thank him and to say we'll miss his mentorship every day. For years, he's led with wisdom rare and shown us how to truly care for our work, our team, our goals, and all the challenges that unfold. His dedication never waned. His hard work always entertained. He went above and beyond his call. He inspired us to give our all. Again, if this is not incredible and mind-blowing, again, I don't know what is. And let's assume, for example, finally, that I would like to turn this into, let's say, a Facebook post with hashtags. Here we go. Please provide you the hashtag, retirement celebration, gratefulness, thank you, Mike. Today, we bid farewell to Mike, our dear boss and leader, as he embarks on a new journey in his life. We are grateful for the many years of his unwavering mentorship, dedication, hard work. Mike has been an exceptional leader. Again, really cool. And then at the end, thank you, Mike, for everything will be missed. And it's adding hashtags as well at the end. In this lesson, I'm going to show you a super powerful feature within ChatGPT and, of course, GPT-4, where you can ask ChatGPT to pretend to be someone. You can simply ask ChatGPT to pretend to be your teacher, your travel agent, or maybe your cook. And it can give you specific advice based on the person that you are asking ChatGPT to be. So let me give you a few amazing examples coming up next. So let's assume that you would like to travel somewhere and you are asking ChatGPT to pretend that you are my travel agent. It's going to press enter. It's going to tell you. I take a few seconds here to come, but basically it's going to say, well, sure, I'll be happy to assist you with your travel plans. Where are you planning to go? And then you can simply come up and ask the question, how can I travel from Miami, Florida, US to Toronto, Canada? Now, very well, there are several ways to travel from Miami, Florida to Toronto. The most common methods of transportation include flying, driving, and taking a bus. These are the flying ones. This is the driving instructions. That's the bus. I hope this information helps you plan your trip. Let me know if you have any other questions or if you need help booking your travel arrangements. Again, super powerful. Let's assume that you maybe would like to know which hotels I should stay in, let's say Toronto, that I can stay in. Well, Toronto is a diverse city with a wide range of hotels to choose from, depending on your preferences and budget. I'm going to tell you quick kind of best hotels in Toronto, the Ritz-Carlton in Toronto, 4 seasons, the San Regis, there is also the Fairmont, and so on. Okay, let's assume that maybe you asked ChatGPT to pretend to be an expert cook, and you'd like to learn how to cook steak at home, or maybe learn the recipe to do Kentucky Fried Chicken as an example at home. Let's go ahead and see if that works. So I'm going to say, pretend that you're an expert cook. Again, this issue happens every once in a while, so let's go ahead and restart it again. And let's give it a shot. So we're going to say, pretend that you are an expert cook. So you're sure. I can help you out as an expert cook. How can I assist you? How can I assist you? So I'm going to say, well, I would like to cook steak at home. Sure, cooking steak at home can be a delicious and satisfying experience. Here are the general steps for cooking a steak. Choose your cut of steak, prepare the steak, season the steak, preheat the oven, heat up a skillet, sear the steak, transfer to the oven, and then rest as well the steak, then serve and enjoy. Okay? And it's telling you to remember that the exact cooking time will vary based on the thickness of your steak. So be sure to use a meat thermometer to ensure that your steak is cooked to your desired level of doneness. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, let's assume that, for example, I would like to prepare, for example, Kentucky Fried Chicken at home. So let's go ahead and give it a try again. So I'm going to restart the whole ChatGPT, and then I'm going to say, how can I prepare Kentucky Fried Chicken at home? I'm going to tell you when. Here's the ingredients. You need to add 8 to 10 pieces of chicken. You need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You need paprika, salt, dried basil, you need dried oregano, and there's a few as well ingredients. And these are the actual instructions to do that. Super powerful. And saying your homemade KFC is now ready to be served. Okay, let's assume that maybe you are a student, for example, and you would like to leverage ChatGPT to help you understand concepts. And what's powerful, again, which is kind of one of the unique features of ChatGPT and GPT-4 and generative AI models in general, is that it's not just like Google where you can go and just generate multiple pages, so you have to go and scan through it or maybe watch YouTube videos. What you have right now is an encoded specific information that is distilled for your liking. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to basically say the following. Pretend that you are Isaac Newton, and I want you to explain Newton's second law of motion. Certainly. I am Isaac Newton, and I'm pleased to explain my second law of motion to you. And this is simply the second law of motion, and it's explained with examples as well, which is pretty amazing. And I hope this explanation has been helpful to you. Okay, let's assume that maybe you didn't like the answer, and you'd like to explain Newton's second law of motion, but please try it in simple terms. And tell you well, here's the simple terms. Newton's second law of motion can be explained in simple terms. The more force you apply to an object, the faster it will accelerate. Additionally, the more massive the object is, the more force you will need to apply to achieve the same acceleration. And it's giving you the equation, force equals to the mass times the acceleration. F represents the force, M represents the mass, and A represents the acceleration. Okay, pretty cool. Let's assume that you would like to learn math, and you would like to ask ChatGPT to pretend that you are a math teacher. Hello, I'm your math teacher. How can I assist you today? Well, let's assume that I would like to explain Pythagoras theorem for me. And here we go. Certainly, the Pythagoras theorem is a fundamental concept in geometry that relates to the relationship between the sides of a right-angled triangle. And it's also giving here the equation c squared equals to a squared plus b squared. Of course, one limitation here is that ChatGPT has been trained on text data. So you won't see basically images here, but I'm assuming for the next generation, possibly for GPT-5 or so, we would be able to kind of interact with it in a lot more interactive way. Maybe we're going to throw videos here for us as well. Of course, the future is going to be bright. And AI, we're going to be super powerful and super useful tool for us in learning and education. Okay, let's assume that you did not like that answer and you would like to say, well, I didn't get that. Can you explain this as if I am, let's say, 5 years old, please? And Hugo's going to tell you, well, sure. Pythagoras theorem is like a special rule for right-angled triangles. The right-angled triangle is a shape with 3 sides and 1 corner that makes a square shape. What you see here is kind of ChatGPT has kind of lowered the tone a little bit. Try to use simpler terms because here it's kind of explaining to a 5 years old. The rule says that if you know how long the 2 of the sides are, you can figure out how long the 3rd side is. I see this as useful, powerfully useful tool in education because you can use it to simplify a lot of complex terms. And it can also help you as well as a professor or as a teacher to kind of learn how to explain something in simple terms or even in complex terms if you like.